Quick and dirty 5-on-5 action. Yeah, that's how I like it. Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to do a initial impressions review for Snapshot VR, a paintball game for virtual reality. What did you guys think I was talking about? Yeah, Snapshot released in early access today, September 1st, 2020 for all the major headsets. It normally retails for $20. I got this through Viveport Infinity, and this is a fun game built for esports and built around realistic paintball arenas. However, it doesn't look realistic. You can tell by looking at this video. The environment is pretty basic, and the gun model doesn't really look like a paintball gun that I've ever seen, and the character models just don't look good either, which would be fine with me if the game was actually running very smoothly. But on my 1060 GTX, I was barely getting 45 frames per second, so it's not just that the visuals don't look good, but the game wasn't running great. It's on the Unity engine, but I definitely think it could use some optimization as well as some graphical upgrades. This is just not a pretty game to look at all. The VR interactions are also pretty poor and would need a lot of polish in this game to be something enjoyable. They're really substandard to what we're expecting in VR. From the reload mechanic, which is pretty poor, you basically, on the Oculus Rift, push grab on your offhand, move this little clear cylinder to the middle of your gun where you see this globe clear area, and then just drop it there, and that's how you reload, which is not a very immersive or fun way to reload. From holstering your gun, you just basically have this block on your leg, and you just have to make sure it's in that area, then just press grab, then it just automatically sticks to your hand. Whether you two-hand or one-hand a weapon doesn't make any much difference that I could tell. And the locomotion is also pretty poor. So you have three types of locomotion basically in this game. You have two types of teleportation. One which is where you teleport, you click on your joystick on the Oculus Rift, and then you slowly get there. Or two where your body goes there, but you still stay in your spot until you reach your destination. And then the third is full locomotion, which is what I recommend for this game. With this arena paintball that's pretty quick, you need to be able to adjust on the fly and be able to avoid a hail of bullets whenever you can. There's just certain areas that your enemies will control just by firing volleys into certain areas. You just can't get there. And with full locomotion, you're better able to control where you go. And with teleportation, you're really at a disadvantage in this game. You do have snap turning as well, but there is no smooth turning. Keep in mind, this game is in early access, and it could definitely use a lot of work. And $20 is kind of expensive for all that you're getting. Sure, there's different maps, but they all kind of blend in together, and there's not a lot of modes really available. Right now, pretty much there was only one match going at a time, and usually it was either 5v5 or 6v6. And you don't really want to get into a match with less than that. It just isn't fun. I tried a match where it was 1v1 and it was just pretty boring. Even 2v2 I think is just not enough players to make this an enjoyable type of game. So you really need other players, and I didn't see any bots, so I assume that there just are no bots available currently. This is a game that is dependent on having players, and teamwork is something that's very important in this game. And the matches where I had the most fun was where the team was working as a unit, and in that way this is a very fun, enjoyable experience if you can play with a group that's really helpful, or with a group of friends, to get the maximum amount of enjoyment out of the game. Just because of the way the game is tailored, it really is meant for team play versus trying to go at it solo in a multiplayer match. So definitely this is one of those games where team strategy kind of trumps any kind of individual skill level. Not that skill level isn't important in this game, it's just that having a team that communicates will usually lead to victories in this game. So definitely a big consideration for this game is whether or not it's able to maintain a player base, because you need players in this game Obviously, I can't predict the future, so I don't know what's going to happen with this game. The good news, it is on Viveport Infinity, so it does have a chance of getting players into matches. And as far as on launch day, there was always one full match always going on. But as far as getting a second match going with enough players, I didn't see that on launch day. So beware if you want to buy this game and it looks like something you might enjoy. You're taking a risk with the player base still playing this a month or two from now, as is usually the case with any VR multiplayer game. One thing I didn't like about this game is that you really couldn't tell sometimes how you died, and I think I heard a lot of players saying how they were suspecting that the barriers weren't working properly and that bullets were getting past them. I don't know if that's true or not, but some of the kills did look very suspicious to me. I don't like how there's team kills in this game. I hope that's something that they just turn off completely. It's just way too easy to kill teammates, so you're just never sure, how did I die a lot of the times in this game. Overall, I did have fun with my time, but I would have a difficult time recommending this game given how rough around the edges it is right now and the $20 asking price, plus with the need to have a player population to keep this game interesting. Because, like I mentioned, I didn't see any bots, and I don't think there are bots in this game. So I'm not going to rate this game. Again, this is an initial impressions review. I guess for Snapshot VR, the best I can say is try it out in Viveport Infinity. I can definitely recommend you do that because it is fun. But I have to be honest, I wouldn't spend $20 on this. Just because, like I mentioned, this game needs players. I don't know if it's ever going to have a big player base. And two, it's just very, very rough around the edges right now. It's early access, and it definitely feels like an alpha build, and it would need a lot of work before it'd be something that I could recommend and be among the better VR PvP titles, multiplayer shooter titles. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. Thanks for watching. If you liked my video review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.